Okay, guys, so I had to get into this Nolan Wells case because there's so many things going on online, and social media, guys, have the tendency to um what can I say? Everybody becomes investigators, right? Whether they're right or wrong, everybody's going to stick to the side that they want to stay on, and it becomes just a big debate, and there's no answers. You know why? Because you have all types of stories on social media, so people are going by what they hear, not what they actually know. Okay, we all don't know what happened to Nolan at all. We only know what the friends are saying and what the young lady is saying. So let me just say this, guys. Let me just break this down so people can get an understanding of where I'm coming from with this video. I am 47 years old. I have a 30-year-old son right now, okay? So let me just say this. We are talking about young men and women between the age of 18 and 21, okay? So from what we know, Nolan hooks up with his friends all the time. They look like they all used to enjoy themselves, right? So before I start this breakdown, I am in no way accusing anybody of doing anything. You know why? Because I don't know. I wasn't there. Okay, the only thing I can base this off of what I heard and the investigation, the actual, well, we haven't been able to see exactly what a lot of these teenagers have said. I remember, let me just take this back for a second. In the, if you guys remember Kanika Jenkins case, right? We were able to see exactly what everybody said when they were questioned, right? We were able to actually see the dialogue of the questions the officer asks and the answers the individuals that was at this party gave, right? But in this situation, we're only going by hearsay. We have not seen any type of document saying what these other teenagers are saying, or these other the other teenagers are saying that was around at the time. Okay, so let's just be clear on that. This is why I think it's such an uproar, because we are not able to see or read what these other individuals are saying. So we don't know if they're being questioned. We don't know what their answers were, if they were questioned. So let me just say this. Let's just start this off here. Nolan went out with friends, right? And like I said, it looked like these guys, were friends for a very long time. And just because somebody, guys, say that they're your best friends, these kids, this is 2026. These kids say everybody's their best friend. Okay, everybody's their friend. It doesn't, I know my son has friends that he called his really good friends that some of them I don't even know by name. It's so many of them, right? So because, let me just touch base with this part, but because you come and because you hang out with my son, it doesn't mean that I really know you like that, right? I might have seen you once or twice, but I may not know your parents. I may not even really know you like that, right? Just because you hang out with somebody numerous times, maybe I'm not the parent that's always wants to know every friend, okay? Nolan was 18, his friends were 18 and over. I mean, that's one thing I want to say about that part, because I believe there was some mention of one of the friends saying he couldn't believe his mom was saying he didn't know him. What I heard her say was, yeah, he probably hung out with him, but as far as me knowing him, she was like, I can't really say that. As far as best friend, for me, my son's best friend, I would absolutely know for sure, and I wouldn't deny it. You had more than this young man saying that he was best friends with Nolan. So let's just remember that part. So I can understand where his mother was coming from. She never denied that the young man knew Nolan. In her eyes, as a mother, when we're thinking about best friends, we're thinking about is from younger, and I'm thinking about my son's friends from elementary school or elementary school and up. And the young man did clarify. He says she is right. I did not know him until he got to either high school, I believe he said, or ninth grade or something like that. So she was telling the truth in that part. They try to chop it up as if she was lying, but I mean, I think the young man did get offended because maybe he felt like she knew him more than what he thought. But just because you come and you're hanging out with my son doesn't mean I really know you like that. So, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. But let's get into what exactly happened. So it looks like on the 4th of July, a group went out, right? And this is per se the young man, I think his name was Warren, that did the interview the other day, sometime last week. You have Warren that says they go out. This is not the first time they went out to Horn Island, okay? So, but this time it was before school, before everybody goes back to school, they all going out, trying to go out, have a good time. Granted, totally agree with that. Again, guys, let me keep reiterating, these young men and women are 18 years old to 21 years old, right? Or 20, right? I don't even think nobody was on a boat that was actually 21. But let's just keep going. So we have Nolan Cool. We have the young man that did the interview said that there were 3 boats. It wasn't only them that went out to Horn Island. So you got 3 boats. He said it was around 30 of us that went out with 3 separate boats, right? Give or take 30 people, right? So they get out to Horn Island. Everybody, he said you had 8 people on one boat, and you have 4 maybe, and then you had another 8 or something like that. He was trying to explain how many people were on these boats. Now, I'm pretty sure they all met up at one place, right? They all meet up, everybody gets on a boat. It is not uncommon, people, for 3 sets of people to come on the boat, and for one person, maybe 2, to decide, maybe I'm not going to go back on that boat, right? I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he didn't. So don't eat me up in the comments. I'm not saying he was not on that boat. But what I am saying is it is not uncommon for a group that young to get out there, get excited, having a good time. And it's not uncommon that maybe he may have said, I'll get on and I'll come back with, let me just throw a name out there. I'm just throwing a name out there, people. This is not an actual person. I'm gonna go back with Steve and them. Say he said that, right? That's not uncommon for that part to happen, right? So they get out there, and from what the young man said in the interview, they clearly are all having a good time. But at some point, the boat starts to, water starts to come into the boat, right? I don't know a whole lot about boats, right? I don't really know much about anything about boats, but getting on it and sailing, okay? But the boat starts to, water starts to come into the boat, and they realize at this point they have to leave, right? At this point, this is where the first question comes in at this point, when you guys realize you have to leave, where was Nolan when you guys said to him, this is what the interviewer didn't ask. Where was Nolan when you guys are saying you told him that water was coming in the boat and you guys had to leave? Was he in the water? Was he on land? Was he on land, or was he in the water swimming around talking to Katie? I didn't hear him ask that question, right? So he says that he says that they're telling him, come on, let's go. The water is coming on the boat. We need to go because, basically the boat is sinking, or they felt like the boat was sinking. So they said that Nolan told them, you guys go ahead. I'll stay back and get a ride with the next group of people. Now, mind you, people, you got 30, almost 30 young people on the island that went together. So Nolan did not only know the 7 people he was on a boat with, he did know other people there from what these young men are saying, from what this young man is saying, because we didn't really hear from all of them, okay? So from what this young man is saying, he's saying that the boat, they didn't only come, it wasn't only them that came, okay? So it's not far-fetched that maybe, I'm just gonna say, I don't know for sure if Nolan said this or not, but from what he's saying, this is what he said. He would stay, he's gonna stay back and talk to, I guess this girl name is Katie, and he'll ride back with someone else, with the other group of friends that's there, right? So they say they now leave. But Nolan's phone is on the boat. Now, this is my question here. If the boat was gaining water in it and you felt like y'all was going to sink, from what the distress phone call says, the boat, we're sinking, right? Where was everybody's phone though? Because if you saying that you left the phones on the boat, but the boat was water was coming onto the boat, did everybody take their phones? When Nolan said he was staying behind, did y'all not say take your phone because the boat is gaining water and we don't want your phone to get messed up? Like it's weird, because that particular part right there is what had me puzzled, right? Because I'm like, okay, I get it. You guys had to leave. Water is now coming on this boat. You don't really know if the boat is about to sink or not. Where was everybody? So your phone was in your hand, but Nolan's phone was where then? Where was his phone at then? That was the part that puzzled me. Why would Nolan not say, if water's in the boat, wait a minute, hold up. What's going on here? Let me get my phone, because I don't want my phone to get, if you tell me that your boat is water is coming onto the boat, the first thing I'm gonna do is say, wait, give me my phone, right? Now I know they say that there's this little bag thing that's on the boat that protects the phones, right? But I'm like, something sounds so weird about that, right? Because the first thing, again, as an 18-year-old, right? Even if you drinking or whatever they trying to say, he was tipsy or not, you definitely going to remember your phone is on a boat that is gaining water on it. And you look like, it's weird. It's very, very weird, guys. So they're saying that after they told him, come on, let's go, the boat is sinking, come on, they said this to him numerous times. So in that numerous times that you said it, you didn't think to say, here, take your phone, because I don't know what's gonna happen. The boat is sinking, there's water in the boat, here, just take your phone. So he kept saying we did not just leave him, right? Okay, in reality, you did leave him because you left. So you did leave him, right? But he can decide if he wants to stay or not, right? On him. They already knew it was other people there, and maybe they was thinking he'll be fine, right? Now, the next discrepancy is the young lady is saying, Katie is saying, yes, we did have a conversation. We were there talking, but he told me he had to go. He was going back on a boat with his friends, right? So it's like, okay, now there's the question here. Katie, did you see him get back on the boat? Did you see him get on the boat with them? Or did you see him get on the boat with the other 22 people or 20 people that were supposedly there when they went to haunt, his other friends that was there? These are questions that need to be asked, because Katie, did you see him get on a boat, period? Okay, or did he just say, all right, I'm out, I'm gonna go back because they saying the boat is sinking and we gotta go, so I'm gonna get out of here, okay? At this point, they had already been there for hours. Remember, guys, they got to Horn Island at 11 something. This is almost 4 o'clock now. Why? Nobody was ready. He still wanted to stay there. So that's questionable, right? The whole Katie thing is definitely questionable because Katie, where did you see him go when he told you he was going back with his friends? If you still would, so everybody left at 4:30? What time did everybody leave? It's so many questions that need to be asked, and it's so many things that need to be asked so people don't jump to conclusions, right? So if nobody's seen him after, the young men are saying that they left because the boat was sinking and they happened to leave with his phone. If Katie is saying that he said he was getting on a boat going back with his friends, right? My question is, what group of friends did he go back with then? Because if they left, why is there no talk about the other group of people that was there that he knew? Why is it no? Now listen, I'm not saying that these boys in the first group, it is questionable with this first group of boys, but I'm not saying that they're innocent. What I'm saying is, why is it no talk about the other 20-something people that came to Horn Island with Nolan and the group of friends he was with? Why is it no conversation about that? I think that we are really all stuck on these boys having his phone, right? Now we have an audio that's out that I do believe, right? It's making me second guess now, definitely. But overall, you have an 18-year-old boy in Nolan. He is out there with a group of friends. You cannot tell me that he sat there and talked to that girl all day, did not interact with any of his other friends because he was so goddamn mesmerized by Katie. So you mean to tell me he stayed there all this time? Katie said he was going back to the boat with his friend. Katie said he was going back to the boat with his friends. She wound up going back to the boat with her uncle and somebody else and her sister. And she wound up getting on a boat with them and they wound up leaving. So it looks like, guys, everybody was leaving at the time where Katie is talking about, right? It sounds like Nolan was leaving. Nolan did not stay behind. If Katie got on the boat and left, and he said he was getting on the boat to go back with his friends, I believe that's what was said, okay? Now, the mystery is, what boat did he get back on? They had 3, guys. There were 3 boats there. There were 3 boats there, right? There were a group of people that he knew, right? So let's dive into who was left on the island when Warren or Wyatt and them, when they left. All right. So the police needs to be questioning the investigators or whoever is questioning the sheriff, these young men. The question is, okay, you guys left. Who was left on the island that you know that he knows? Okay? Who was left on the island that they know that Nolan knows? Don't tell us just Katie, because they keep bringing up this Katie thing, and Katie is saying that, yeah, she was talking to him, but she left. Now, she could be lying too. But the whole thing is, Warren, this young man that did the interview, clearly said they went out there with a group of friends, went out there together that Nolan knew. Okay, so where are these other 20-something people? Because he clearly said it was almost 30 of them. Okay, so let's say it's not 30. Let's say 20. Okay, let's even say 15. Okay, because if you have 8 here, 6, let's say 20. Because he said it was 8 on one boat, it was 8 on another boat, it was 4 on one boat, and it was 3 boats. So if one boat left, let's do our math. One boat is gone, and they're saying he wasn't on it. Okay, the other 2 boats, who was on the other 2 boats? Where is that information? Where is that information? I know we're diving into these boys on this first boat, but we have to remember that there were 2 more boats there with people that Nolan knew. And again, people, I'm not saying these boys don't have anything to do with it, because at this point, we're talking about 18 to 28-year-old kids, and they all know what happened at this point. They all know what happened. It's no way you have this young man on an island with almost 20-something people he knew, and he decided to go off with people that he don't know. That didn't happen. So we could just throw that in the garbage can, okay? And forget about this whole, not forget about, but let's set aside this whole race thing, right? Forget about them being, let's put aside them being white and all these people being white, right? Let's put into play that these are 18 to 20-year-olds that lie, that get into arguments, that be envious of each other, that let's put that into play. Let's put aside the black and white thing, right? We're talking about kids here, okay? Basically, in my eyes, they're all kids, okay? So, again, guys, where are the additional people that was there? Is no way this young man stayed on an island, okay? He stayed on this island and not interacted not one time with the rest of the people he knew. It's impossible. So for everybody else saying, oh yeah, I seen him, but he was talking to Katie. Oh yeah, he was still on the island, but who was he still on the island with? Who was he still on the island with? It's no way this young man is going to be on the island with friends, not interact with them, go with Katie. When leaving from with Katie, he mysteriously ends up with somebody else. That's what they're saying? Out of 20 other group of people that was supposedly there? And everybody gets on the boat and don't say, yo, where's Nolan? Y'all see Nolan? No, nobody says that. Nah, come on. Let's be for real, guys. Let's dig into this and be for real. That did not happen. It didn't happen. I don't know what happened, but that did not happen. It sounds like at this point when this boat was going down and it was sinking, everybody was probably getting ready to leave. That's what it sounds like. Because Katie said after he walked off, she got on the boat and left, right? Didn't she say she went back with her cousins or her aunt or whoever she came with? She went back with them. So it sounds like as if he was leaving the island. They had already been there since 11 o'clock in the morning. You mean by the time almost 4 o'clock come, you're not willing to leave? You're still willing to stay? And if you're still willing to stay, who did you stay with? Everybody's saying the same thing. I don't know. I didn't see him. He was supposed to get on the boat. So the 20-something additional friends didn't see him at all? Yeah, something ain't right. Which takes me back to this part. Hypothetically, I'm not saying this happened. What if that argument that we hear where people are saying that it sounds like Nolan, but the friend is saying it's him? The part that always puzzled me about that part is the friend said that he was arguing with somebody that he did not know, right? So if you're arguing with somebody that you did not know, what are you asking for your phone for? We specifically heard him asking or someone asking for their phone. So in that conversation, during that interview, the interviewer did not even ask him. So this part about hearing about a phone, why were you asking for your phone though? Because in his interview, if I'm not mistaken, guys, I did not hear this young man say anything about the phone part. He said, my friends were trying to calm me down because I was arguing with a guy that I did not know, right? I am going to go back to his interview because I want to be accurate on what I'm saying when I say I did not hear him say anything about the phone part, right? So hypothetically, what if that was Nolan asking about his phone? I'm just going back to the conversation with the young man who just did his interview. What's his name? Wyatt or Warren. His interview, he said, we called for Nolan. We told numerous times, come on, we gotta go. Come on, we gotta go. So at some point, they may have got frustrated, right? Maybe Nolan was having a good time. Maybe he was like, you know what? I'm coming. And maybe they was like, come on, hurry up. We gotta go. So at this point, maybe he's still talking. Maybe he's still lollygagging around, talking to Katie or whatever. And he's like, all of a sudden, they get aggravated. They like, let's go. We leaving. Now, y'all know how that could be sometimes. You're trying to get your friend to come on, let's go. You get mad. You like, fuck that. We out of here. Like, let's be for real, okay? Because at this point, it could be true that the boat was, water was coming onto the boat, and they probably was like, fuck it, we out. So at this point, maybe that is Nolan saying, hold up, wait a minute, let me just get my phone then, right? Maybe that was Nolan saying, asking for his phone, but they left. So at this point, it's like, oh shit, they're gonna leave me, I don't even have my phone. Sometimes this happens, okay? Let's be for real. These kids are young. They could have got upset. And the reason why I'm thinking about this, guys, is because Warren, in his interview, he said it more than one time. He said we had to tell him numerous times, come on. So at this point, more and more water is getting in the boat, guys, right? From what they're saying. They like, fuck it, we going. At this point now, Nolan is coming. He like, okay, I'm coming. I'm ready to go. At this point, they pulling off, right? And he's like, yo, let me get my phone. Like, come on, be for real. Give me my phone. Why y'all leaving? That sounds more believable than him just leaving his phone on the boat. At this point, they cannot say that though. Because if they say that, it looks like they left him. Okay, that's why he kept saying, oh, because we didn't just leave him. We told him to come on. So if you pay attention, that's why he kept saying, we said to him numerous times, let's go. The boat is getting water in it. We gotta go. They probably did say it more than one time. At this point, Nolan is probably coming. And this is why we hear that part about, wait a minute, let me get my phone. At this point, they can't say that, guys, because they would look guilty, like they had something to do with something, and they may not have, right? I'm not saying, listen, I'm not choosing a side. I don't know. Again, I wasn't there. But that makes more sense to me than them leaving, him forgetting about his phone, period. Okay? It looks like everybody was getting ready to go. So in between everybody getting ready to go, something happened with Nolan. Nolan got on somebody else's boat, or something happened on somebody else's boat if it did not happen on the original boat he came on. My whole thing is, let's not put the focus only on that boat. It was 3 boats there with groups of people, from what is being said, that Nolan knew, other than Katie, okay? From what we know. And again, we don't know what the kid said on the other boat. We have no idea. But you again cannot tell me that this young man came with almost 30 people and he did not interact with any of them besides Katie. And besides them leaving when the boat started to act up. It's no way, okay? So let's just make this make sense. Instead of us all getting in line and arguing and going backwards and forwards and making it a race thing and saying this person lying, that person lying, and why they question it. These boys are not lying. These kids all know what happened at this point. Don't let them fool you. I'm not even saying they did anything, people, but what I'm saying is something happened and they definitely know what happened. So stay tuned for my next part. I'ma dig some more into this, and let me know in the comments if you agree with what I'm saying, if you can relate to what I'm saying, if what I'm saying is making total sense to you, because it definitely, and not because I'm saying it, but it makes a lot of sense to me. And again, I have a son, so I know how it is, okay, when it comes to friends and all of that. I have a daughter as well that is 18, so I already know how these things go. So I'm just putting in my thoughts, just giving y'all my thoughts and what is not making sense. And this is why the parents are questioning what actually happened, because it all really doesn't make sense. They know their son. You're not going on the island with that many people and decide you're going to stay back, and everybody is saying they don't know where you went or where you're at or how you got there or what happened. They know exactly what happened. So stay tuned for more. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you know when I post new content. I still got a little more to say, but I'll return later on with a new one.